you know how you set up your drums to emulate a guy that you like? You kind of do that with your hands a little bit, where you kind of look at it and like, well, how does he do that? And I'm no aficionado on this topic, but I mean, I had a lesson with Jim Chapin once 10 years ago, but there's so many different variables. You have the fingers, you got the hands, the wrists, and then the arms. But I always keep it loose right in here. So you can kind of do the bouncing and the basketball thing. And then there's a little bit of the turning the door open with the knob. And I would just, I'd be on the phone or watching TV. Just sort of mess around with it. And then same thing over here. Bad time to ask this question. I tried to get the doubles and the singles as even as I could. I mean, they're going to sound different because it's a different articulation, and it will, but if you can try to get the... There you go. It's a good lead-in. I was very busy, working in Chicago, and I had met James Young socially a couple of times, but just, hey, how you doing type of stuff. But this guy Keith Marks, who ran the big cartage company in town, he handled my gear for sessions. And he had worked with the band in the past and the various members on their solo projects. And when the original drummer, John Panazzo, was in very serious health, they called me or Keith had recommended me to the guys to essentially ghost drum for John. And for me, it was just a session. Like, I got called, hey, Mom, I'm playing with Styx tomorrow, woo! Went in, did the session, hey, nice to meet you guys, see you later, and left. And then a year later, they called me to do another track for Greatest Hits 2 that was coming out. And I had an inkling that something was going on, because Keith Mark said to me, like, hey, what are you doing this summer? I'm like, I don't know. What the hell are you doing this summer? I'm doing what I always do, And he just went, all right. So I just had an inkling that if I went in there and killed the session, actually, there's a song called Little Susie, which Glenn Burtnick had originally written, and on the demo there's two drum passes, kind of this tom thing with a bunch of little marchy rolls in there. And I heard it, and I said, not to be arrogant or anything, I said I could do that in one pass. And all the eyebrows went up. And it was kind of like, yeah, all right, go do it. And the groove was like a... stuff like that. And then the more I played... The more I played, the more excited they got, and I thought, these are the guys for me. But so yeah, it was a week after that session that I was offered the job, and it's been almost 10 years now.